you're a beginner model who wants to become intermediate and advanced, but you're not sure exactly what you need to work on to transcend that level. Well, you've come to the right place. Today I'm going to teach you 4 tips that you can use to take yourself from beginner to intermediate/advanced. These tips are based on tells. And by tells, I mean what gives away a beginner model compared to an advanced or intermediate model. Beginner models all tend to have the same struggles, so it's easy to spot the beginners. If you work on these 4 things, then you will appear more advanced. The first 2 tips I'm going to give you are on the topic of runway. Here's how you can tell a beginner runway model from an intermediate runway model. It has everything to do with your hands and your arms. Tip number 1 to level up from being a beginner runway model to an intermediate runway model is to make sure you have an even arm swing. So when you walk, your arms are passing your body at an even interval. You don't have one hand that's coming all the way out here, or way out front, or not moving at all while one is doing all the work. You want your hands to move evenly. Now, most other tips I've seen on arm swing just say, oh, just make your arm swing look natural. What does that even mean? If naturally you're going like this, then that's what's natural. Arm swing doesn't necessarily come naturally, but there's a way you can practice it so that it looks natural, and that's exactly what I do. My agent tells me all the time, oh, your arm swing looks so natural. But it's not. I am very much in control of exactly what's happening with my arms the whole time. So to fix your arm swing, make sure the top of your arms are pinned into your body, meaning the upper part's not gonna move, okay? Your upper part of your arm is gonna stay firm with the rest of your upper body posture. So it'll look a little something like this. I want you to stand there and I want you to just practice moving from the elbow down. Feels kind of funny, and yes, there is gonna be a lot of tension across your shoulder blades. But if you practice this enough times, then you'll really be able to control your arms while you're walking. Tip number 2 for runway is your hands. Very closely related to your arms, however, very, very different. A lot of beginner models have problems holding tension in different parts of their body. And for a lot of people on the runway, I see them holding all their tension in their hands. So people will be walking the runway like this, or like this. It's not easy to have relaxed hands, especially when you're so in your head about how you're walking. Your hands really are the last thing you're thinking about when you're trying to think about your feet. Shaking out really helps, and also being conscious of the fact that you are holding tension in your hands will also help. Now, with the arm swing, you have your shoulders pinned, right? The rest of your arms should be really relaxed, and that includes your hands. You have all the tension held in between your shoulder blades, and that should allow your hands to relax. It helps to divert the tension to a useful place, your posture. That's a great place to hold your tension, and just being conscious of the fact that your hands might be doing something weird. I really recommend practicing in front of a mirror, just paying attention to your hands. Find a posture with your hands that looks natural and relaxed, and then focus in on that while you're walking. Just watch yourself walk with your hands frozen in this shape until it eventually becomes second nature. Now let's get into the 2 tips that I have for photo shoots. Let's start with your arms again. In order to not seem like a beginner in photo shoots, you need to be very aware that you are a 3D thing being photographed into 2D. There's no depth in a photo or a video like this one. Anything closer to the camera looks bigger, anything farther away from the camera looks smaller. So keep in mind when you're posing, if you point something in front of you towards the camera, it's gonna look bigger than it is, and it's probably gonna look a little awkward. When you're posing in photos, keep in mind to pose side to side and on diagonal planes. Just have it in your mind that you are 3D becoming 2D. Don't get too close to the camera or too far away. Focus on your side to side and your diagonals for when you're moving your arms around. And then the last tip that I have for you in terms of photo shoots is going to focus on your hands. And beginner models have a tendency to show a lot of the wrong side of their hand, and hands can single-handedly, no pun intended, ruin a photo. Say I'm taking a really pretty photo like this and my entire palm is facing the camera like this. It's not good. In most cases, you want to minimize the surface area that is being shown to the camera. Not too much palm, not too much wrist. The sides are the nicest part. The best way to practice this is honestly just in front of a mirror. Look at how your hands look when you are moving them around in front of a mirror. That's how things will look on camera. The mirror really is your best practice buddy, and spending time in front of the mirror practicing these things is what will really help distinguish yourself from the beginner models. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope these tips were helpful. Please comment down below what you learned, and if you enjoyed this video, I would love to make more informational content like this, so let me know what you want to learn next. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, check out my Instagram and my TikTok, send this video to anyone that you think would benefit from seeing it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!